Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Coca-Cola Up Close and Live for the hot hits around Australia. Very special guest today, Kelly Clarkson.
I know, we're so excited. We're going to be spending the next hour with Kelly. You all ready for Kelly Clarkson?
I thought so. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her out, Kelly Clarkson. How are you? Are you good? I do have the chance of knocking people off their feet. Slippery mats. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you.
How's things? You look pretty fresh for someone who's touring around a lot.
There's a team of people working on this, so yeah. No,
how many people would you travel with, for example? So you're here in Australia for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
How many people would you bring with you? Because there's a lot to be done with the Kelly Clarkson camp.
I would travel pretty light, just management and Ashley, who does hair and makeup and wardrobe stuff, so.
And that's about it?
Pretty light, yeah.
And what do you do in terms of your schedule?
My band, obviously.
Yeah,
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, they hate me right now, yeah.
But in terms of your schedule when you go on tour like this, because I know in the past you have been burnt out and exhausted.
Yeah.
Do you now have more of a say in terms of what they put in your schedule? Do you say, right, I need 5 hours a day where I can just do my own thing?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't need that much time. That would be lazy. But, no, I from the beginning, I think it hasn't even been others doing it. I don't think you know your limits. So that's what kind of burnt me out. I would just keep going, and people would be like, well, you could do this, you can do this. And, you know, there weren't people, like, saying you shouldn't do this. Everybody was saying you should do everything. So, you know, I like working, so I would just go. And
how do you realise where your limits are? So as a young artist especially, coming into it.
Well, when you have no voice, that's a good,
good indication
that's a good
that
indication.
things are in trouble.
Yeah.
So who keeps you in check? Is it family? Is it close friends?
Yeah, I mean, everybody around me. I mean, management and tour manager and Ashley. She's my best friend, so she'll be like, nope.
Yeah.
But I mean, last time with your album, I know that you and this is what this album you have said is about. My December is about sort of in a time in your life where you felt a bit low, a bit burnt out, things weren't really.
Well, it's kind of a roller coaster. There's some really sweet moments in it, but yeah, there's a lot of. It's a very intimate record. So yeah.
You wanted to tell more of a story with this record about your life and the highs and lows. Yeah.
Well, and just tell a story in general. I don't think records nowadays, you know, it's with, 5 to 7 different producers on each song, on each album, like for different songs, and there aren't really records anymore that were just like one, producing team and, a whole story for an album, like from beginning to finish. So that was the goal. So, and it worked. So, yeah.
We've also heard that, there was a few arguments behind the scenes with this album. You really wanted to get the songs you wanted on the album, and some people at the record company were like, oh, I'm not sure.
Well,
how does that process work?
The funny part about it is that happens every album.
Right.
So it's not like a new thing, but it just came out, I guess, now that it is a new thing. And every album I fought for, every song, but I think that's normal for most artists. I mean, nobody knows, like, what you like. It's only in your head. So I don't know. I think you just definitely need to stand up for, songs you believe in, and it's going to be me singing it every night.
So we see the finished product of the album. We go into the shop and we buy it off the shelf. How many songs are on the table when you decide, okay, we have X amount of songs here and we have to put the best ones on the CD? What's that process like? Does everyone sit around a table and...
Well, it's different for each album, or it has been for me. But this particular album, I mean, it had been like 2 years of me writing, and, especially when you have, like, downtimes, you're writing a lot more, so there were literally, like, well over 60 songs that, like, me and several different teams of people that were, working together doing that. So there were a lot of, and then it comes down to, like, well, what kind of record do you want to make? Because obviously all those songs, they're, north and south of each other, some of them. So it's just what kind of record you're going to go with, and then some of them suck, so you don't want to show people that. So.
Now, what about the sort of secret track that's on the album?
Oh, Shivers. Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Now, you don't really realise the secret track's there unless you've left the CD on and you're doing something else and you're like, hang on.
It's after Irvine. Well, I loved that. When I was a kid, like, I remember, I think Green Day was the first secret track that I ever, and I was like, I felt like I was just the coolest person on the planet, and I told people and they didn't know about it, and so I love the whole idea of it. I think it's cute, and then usually it's like more of a cute song, like funny or something. So that song in particular, I ended up writing while I had like a couple drinks. at a bar. I wrote it on bar napkins.
Really?
Yeah.
So you hear of these things happening, but you never actually, you think that that's just a movie. Who writes a song on a bar napkin?
No, yeah, it was, well, I run into someone that I didn't want to run into. And and then you're just like, oh, you just ruined my buzz.
Yeah.
And so you write a song about it.
So was that there've been rumours that, you know, that was the night you were drinking Chivas Regal and you were up on stage and you were going a bit
night?
mad?
Yeah, that would be my
the big night.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
right.
The one my mom's real proud of. Yeah.
So that's out there on YouTube, right?
Oh yeah,
that
you can
thing.
download me singing Guns N' Roses and Journey.
Have you looked at it?
Yeah.
And what did you think when you sat at home
Well,
in
I
your pajamas
watched it
looking at
because,
that?
you know, okay, you're like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So, but I was like, my mom called me. This is the best part. She was like, okay, I heard you were like, she's all over my voicemail. And like, just like, I heard you were, you know, doing this and this and everybody, you know, stripping, taking your shirt off. And I was like, I watched the video and I'm like taking off a sweater vest and I have like a collared shirt on that's buttoned. I'm like, Mom, if that's my biggest problem, you have a very tame daughter. So
But as a celebrity and someone who's in the limelight like you are, do you have to? Are you on your guard with things like that when you have a big night out? And we all like can lose control when we're out with friends and do crazy things.
Especially
and the
Jackie,
important part is that it's nothing.
Well,
Mate,
the thing is that
I've seen
most
her
of us
dancing on the coffee table at my place. I know it can get out of control quickly.
Everyone does that.
Yeah, well,
so,
that's the thing. But you know, for someone like you, it can end up on YouTube, and you know.
I mean, I don't do anything too stupid, and I have a good time, and I'm old enough, so it's like, I think that's the key. But, I mean, usually I don't do anything stupid unless people have, I don't know, there might be video footage somewhere.
No, that's
Something
true,
else you
because
don't know about.
you don't actually see you a lot in the scandalous pages of the
I don't live in LA.
tabloids.
Yeah, so if I go out, like I go out in Texas and like, you know, bars there, and you know, it's different. There's not paparazzi in Texas. So.
Yeah, and it is all about where you live in a way, isn't it? Because if you live in LA, you're going to open yourself up
Well,
to
you live
that
in
kind
it,
of
yeah. And the best
pressure
part is when you see like celebrities. This is my favorite thing. My friends and I. You'll see them like, no, like with and they're like at the Ivy.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
That's where
Were
they
you
all hang
shocked?
out.